Heart surgeon's hidden secret: eat this daily to boost cardiac health. What if I told you the next heart attack doesn't start with chest pain, but with your grocery list? Yeah, you heard that right. Long before sirens and surgeries, heart disease begins silently, in your kitchen, at your dinner table, with every bite that either harms or heals. For millions of Americans over 60, the most dangerous symptom isn't a racing pulse. It's the false belief that it's too late or nothing will help now. But here's the truth: it's never too late to nourish your heart. In fact, some of the most powerful changes start with food. In this video, we'll walk through 8 everyday foods that top heart surgeons quietly recommend, not because they sound trendy, but because they work, backed by science, inspired by real stories, and chosen to fit your life. So if you've ever felt tired of pills and worried about your future, this is your moment. Stick around, take notes, and let's give your heart the care it deserves. And hey, if you're new here and you believe in aging strong, tap that subscribe button. We're building a community where seniors don't just survive, they thrive. Part 1: Blueberries, nature's tiny soldiers for your heart. Let's begin our journey with one of the smallest yet fiercest defenders of your heart: blueberries. After hearing that food can heal, many seniors ask me, can something that simple really make a difference? The answer, backed by research, is a resounding yes, and blueberries are a perfect example. A 2023 study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition showed that people who ate 1 cup of blueberries a day for 6 months had up to 15% improvement in endothelial function. That's the ability of your blood vessels to relax and stay clear. This is critical for reducing your risk of high blood pressure and atherosclerosis. Here's why blueberries are so powerful for your heart. They're loaded with anthocyanins, a natural plant pigment that reduces inflammation in blood vessels. They improve circulation and reduce oxidative stress, which contributes to arterial stiffness. Their fiber content helps balance blood sugar, reducing the risk of insulin resistance, which is linked to heart disease. They have a low glycemic index, making them safe even for seniors with diabetes. What makes blueberries even more helpful is how easy they are to eat. Add a handful to your morning oatmeal or yogurt. Blend them into a smoothie with spinach and almond milk. Keep a small bowl of frozen blueberries as an after-dinner treat. Here's a real story. Mr. Frank, a retired school teacher from Ohio, used to have dessert every night: cake, cookies, ice cream. After a minor heart scare, his doctor suggested switching to a heart-smart snack. Now, he eats a bowl of blueberries with a spoonful of plain Greek yogurt. Within 3 months, his blood pressure dropped 10 points, and he says he sleeps better. 2. If you're thinking, but I don't like the taste of berries, start small, mix them in gradually, or try dried blueberries in trail mix. What matters is consistency. Your heart doesn't need perfection, just daily attention. Neglecting foods like blueberries means missing a daily opportunity to clean out your arteries and reduce silent inflammation. Over time, this could mean the difference between living with independence or living under constant medical care. Now that we've explored a food that cleans your arteries, let's move to something that sweeps away cholesterol like a broom. It's warm, comforting, and likely already in your kitchen: oats. Part 2: Oats, the gentle broom that sweeps cholesterol away. If blueberries gently cleanse your arteries, oats are the broom that sweeps away what's left behind, especially the cholesterol that silently builds up over time. High cholesterol doesn't usually show symptoms. It creeps in quietly, forming plaques that narrow your arteries until one day, the blood can't get through. That's when heart attacks strike. But here's the power of oats: they help stop that process before it starts. A large-scale study published in JAMA Internal Medicine found that people who ate whole grains daily, especially oats, had a 15–25% lower risk of cardiovascular death over a 10-year period. And the key compound behind this is a special kind of soluble fiber called beta-glucan. Here's what oats can do for your heart. Beta-glucan binds to cholesterol in your gut, preventing it from being absorbed into your bloodstream. Helps reduce LDL bad cholesterol by up to 10% when consumed regularly. Supports steady blood sugar, reducing insulin spikes that can damage blood vessels. Keeps you full longer, helping with weight control, a key factor in heart health. Oats are more than just healthy, they're practical. A warm bowl of oatmeal for breakfast takes 5 minutes to make. Overnight oats can be prepared the night before with fruit, nuts, or even blueberries from part 1. Oat flour can be used in muffins, pancakes, or breads as a heart-healthy swap. Take the story of Ms. Lillian, 72 from Oregon. After being told she was borderline high cholesterol, she started each morning with a half cup of oats, a few chopped almonds, and fresh berries. 6 months later, her cholesterol dropped 18 points without any medication changes. It's become my morning ritual, she says. Neglecting oats means missing out on one of the easiest, most research-backed ways to lower cholesterol naturally. It's like owning a broom but never using it. The dust keeps piling up. And remember, reducing cholesterol isn't just about your heart. It's about protecting your brain, your kidneys, your circulation, your ability to stay active and independent. Now that we've swept away the bad stuff, let's turn to a food that keeps your arteries flexible and blood flowing smoothly. It's green, tender, and might be sitting in your fridge right now: spinach. Part 3: Spinach, the green guardian that keeps your arteries young. Now that we've cleared the cholesterol with oats, it's time to protect the very walls of your arteries, and that's where spinach comes in. You might think of spinach as just another leafy green, but to your heart, it's much more than that. It's a natural blood vessel protector, packed with compounds that help your arteries stay flexible, resilient, and young no matter your age. Research published in Clinical Nutrition Research found that older adults who consume nitrate-rich greens like spinach daily experienced lower systolic blood pressure by an average of 4 to 5 millimeters. That's equivalent to the effect of some medications without the side effects. Spinach supports your cardiovascular system in multiple ways. Rich in nitrates, which convert into nitric oxide, a compound that relaxes blood vessels and improves blood flow. Contains vitamin K, which strengthens arterial walls and supports proper blood clotting. High in magnesium and potassium, essential minerals for blood pressure control. Packed with antioxidants like lutein and zeaxanthin, which reduce inflammation and oxidative damage in the heart. The best part: spinach is incredibly versatile and can be enjoyed in almost any meal. Blend a handful into a smoothie, you won't even taste it. Toss into omelets, soups, or stir fries. Use raw in sandwiches or salads with olive oil dressing. Remember part 7, lightly steam and pair with salmon or avocado for a heart-boosting plate. Let's take Mr. Bill Ears, 68 from Arizona. He used to skip vegetables, saying they had no flavor. But after he started having shortness of breath while walking, his daughter convinced him to try green smoothies every morning. After 2 months of daily spinach and fruit blends, his blood pressure dropped 8 points, and he could walk twice as far without fatigue. Skipping spinach may not seem like a big deal, but over time, stiff arteries mean poor blood flow to your brain, kidneys, and heart. It's not just about preventing disease. It's about staying active, steady, and sharp. Now that we've fortified the walls of your arteries, let's talk about the healthy fats that lubricate your blood flow and reduce inflammation, starting with a rich, creamy fruit that's become a heart surgeon's favorite: avocado. Part 4: Avocado, the creamy fat that shields your heart from within. Now that spinach has helped us keep blood vessels flexible and flowing, it's time to bring in a silent hero, one that protects your heart from the inside out by balancing the fats in your body. Enter the avocado. For decades, many seniors were told to avoid fats at all costs. But modern research shows it's not about avoiding fat, it's about choosing the right kind. And avocados are packed with the kind your heart loves most. A 2022 study published in the Journal of the American Heart Association followed over 68,000 women and 41,000 men for 30 years. It found that those who ate at least 2 servings of avocado per week had a 16% lower risk of cardiovascular disease and a 21% lower risk of coronary heart disease. Here's what makes avocados so heart-friendly: rich in monounsaturated fats, which raise HDL, good cholesterol, and lower LDL, bad cholesterol. High in potassium, which supports normal blood pressure by balancing sodium levels. Contains fiber, which aids digestion, supports weight management, and helps control blood sugar, all key in heart disease prevention. Full of plant sterols, natural compounds known to block cholesterol absorption. Avocados are easy to fit into your meals. Even if you're not a fan of guacamole, mash and spread on whole grain toast with a sprinkle of sea salt. Dice and toss into a salad with spinach and olive oil. Blend into smoothies to make them creamy and filling. Replace mayo or butter in sandwiches and wraps. Take Mr. George, 74, from Florida. He was skeptical of eating fat after years of low-fat dieting. But after learning from his dietitian, he began eating half an avocado every other day. 6 months later, his LDL dropped by 12 points, and his HDL increased. He says, "It's the first fat I've learned to trust. Neglecting healthy fats like those in avocado may mean continuing the old cycle of inflammation, imbalanced cholesterol, and gradual arterial damage. Your heart doesn't just need protection, it needs balance. And avocado delivers exactly that. And as we focus on good fats, we can't forget one of nature's richest sources of anti-inflammatory power straight from the ocean. It's time to talk about salmon and why heart surgeons often recommend it before they recommend pills. Part 5, Salmon, the ocean's answer to inflammation and blood pressure. We've talked about the good fats found in avocado, but now let's dive deeper into the sea for a source of omega-3 fatty acids that goes beyond cholesterol and targets inflammation at its root. Salmon. Inflammation is one of the silent killers behind heart disease. It damages the lining of your blood vessels, encourages plaque buildup, and raises your risk of clots and heart attacks. That's why cardiologists often say, reduce inflammation, and you reduce your risk. A 2021 study published in the BMJ showed that eating 2 servings of oily fish like salmon per week was associated with a 25% lower risk of fatal heart attacks. That's not a supplement, that's just food. What makes salmon such a powerful ally for your heart? High in EPA and DHA, 2 omega-3 fats that reduce triglycerides and soothe vascular inflammation, helps lower blood pressure, especially in people over 60 with hypertension, increases HDL, good cholesterol, which helps clear arteries. Excellent source of protein, vitamin D, and selenium nutrients that support muscle, immune, and heart function. You don't need to be a gourmet chef to enjoy salmon. Bake a fillet with lemon and herbs for dinner. Flake cooked salmon into salads or sandwiches. Grill it with vegetables for a Mediterranean-style meal. Use canned salmon with olive oil as an affordable, quick lunch option. Consider Ms. Diane, a 69-year-old widow from California. After being told her CRP, a marker of inflammation, was elevated, she began eating salmon 3 times a week instead of red meat. Within 4 months, not only did her CRP levels drop, but she also reported better joint comfort and mental clarity. "It was like my whole body calmed down," she said. Skipping salmon may mean staying stuck in a low-grade state of inflammation, something you might not feel, but your arteries definitely do. And over time, that inflammation turns into blockage. Now that we've fought back against inflammation, let's talk about a tiny powerhouse that's been used for centuries in kitchens and herbal medicine alike. A bulb that not only adds flavor, but also lowers blood pressure and clears blood vessels. Garlic. Part 6, Garlic, the ancient remedy that protects modern hearts. After calming internal inflammation with salmon, it's time to bring in one of nature's oldest heart protectors, garlic. This tiny bulb, used for thousands of years in kitchens and healing traditions, offers modern-day cardiovascular benefits backed by science. Garlic doesn't just flavor your food, it improves your blood flow, lowers your pressure, and clears your arteries. The secret lies in a sulfur compound called allicin, released when garlic is chopped, crushed, or chewed. In a 2020 meta-analysis in Experimental and Therapeutic Medicine, researchers found that daily garlic supplementation could lower systolic blood pressure by 5 to 10 mmHg, comparable to some first-line medications for hypertension. And unlike pills, Garlic comes with fewer side effects and more flavor. Why is garlic so valuable for your heart? Contains allicin, which helps relax blood vessels and prevent clot formation, reduces LDL cholesterol and prevents oxidation, which contributes to plaque buildup, has antimicrobial and anti-inflammatory properties, supporting the immune system and reducing vascular stress, may improve circulation, especially in seniors dealing with cold extremities or slow wound healing. Adding garlic to your life doesn't have to be overwhelming. Crush raw garlic and mix into olive oil for a heart-healthy dip. Roast whole garlic cloves and spread them on whole grain toast. Add minced garlic to soups, stir-fries, or vegetable dishes. If raw garlic is too strong, consider odorless garlic supplements. Consult your doctor first. Consider Mr. Sam, 70 from Illinois. He used to rely entirely on medication for his high blood pressure, but struggled with side effects. At his daughter's urging, he added a clove of raw garlic to his lunch each day. Within 4 months, his pressure readings consistently improved. I didn't believe in food as medicine until now. He says, skipping garlic may seem minor, but over time, it can mean higher pressure, thicker blood, and less elasticity in your arteries, a dangerous trio for the aging heart. Garlic isn't a miracle, but it is a daily habit that makes miracles more likely. And speaking of daily habits, what if you could take everything we've learned, healthy fats, blood cleansing power, and anti-inflammatory strength, and pour it over your food like liquid medicine? In our next section, we'll reveal why olive oil has earned the title of liquid gold among heart surgeons. Part 7: Olive oil, the liquid gold that nourishes every artery. If garlic is your heart's daily shield, olive oil is its armor fluid, golden and protective from the inside out. This isn't just cooking oil, it's a medicinal food, praised for centuries and backed today by overwhelming scientific evidence. The famous Mediterranean diet, which includes olive oil as a daily staple, has long been associated with lower rates of heart disease, stroke, and death. In fact, a groundbreaking study published in the New England Journal of Medicine in 2013 showed that people who consumed 4 or more tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil daily had a 30% lower risk of major cardiovascular events. So what makes olive oil so powerful? Rich in monounsaturated fats, which help reduce LDL bad cholesterol while boosting HDL good cholesterol, contains polyphenols, natural antioxidants that protect blood vessels from damage and inflammation, helps reduce blood pressure by improving endothelial function and arterial flexibility, supports antithrombotic effects, which means it helps prevent dangerous blood clots. Incorporating olive oil into your daily meals is simple and delicious. Use it to saute vegetables instead of butter or margarine. Drizzle it over salads, soups, or steamed greens like spinach from part 3. Mix it with crushed garlic from part 6 as a heart-healthy dip for bread. Add a spoonful to smoothies or oatmeal for added richness and benefits. Let's talk about Mrs. Ruth, 76, from North Carolina. She had been using vegetable oil for decades, unaware of its inflammatory effects. After switching to extra virgin olive oil, just 2 tablespoons a day, her cholesterol improved, her digestion eased, and her arthritis flared less. It's the one small change that changed everything. She told us, overlooking olive oil often means continuing the use of processed, omega-6 heavy oils that promote inflammation and arterial stiffness. Your body deserves better. It deserves this gentle, golden shield every single day. Now that we've dressed our meals in the right fat, let's move to a small but mighty snack that protects your heart between meals, boosts energy, and stabilizes blood sugar. In our final food, we'll look at the humble almond, a crunchy ally with powerful heart benefits. Part 8: Almonds, the crunchy shield that guards between every beat. After learning how olive oil can shield your meals, let's talk about a food that protects your heart between meals, the humble almond. Small in size, mighty in benefit, almonds are one of the easiest and most effective heart-healthy snacks available to seniors. Unlike processed snacks that spike blood sugar and stress your arteries, almonds deliver steady energy while actively supporting cardiovascular health. These little nuts are nutritional powerhouses, and yes, heart surgeons often recommend them. A study in Circulation 2014 found that participants who ate a daily handful of almonds experienced a 13 to 14% reduction in LDL cholesterol and improvements in vascular function. That means better blood flow and less risk of blockages. Why are almonds such a powerful heart snack? Packed with monounsaturated fats, the same kind found in olive oil, which help regulate cholesterol. Rich in vitamin E, a potent antioxidant that protects heart cells from oxidative stress. Contain magnesium, which supports healthy heart rhythms and prevents arterial stiffness. Provide plant-based protein and fiber, which increase satiety and support weight control, reducing heart strain. Almonds are also easy to add into your routine. Snack on a small handful, about 23 almonds instead of chips or cookies. Add to oatmeal, yogurt, or mixed into salads. Use almond butter on toast for a satisfying, heart-supportive breakfast. Choose unsalted, dry-roasted varieties to avoid excess sodium and oils. Mr. Henry, 71 from Colorado, used to get hungry mid-morning and reach for sweet granola bars. At the advice of his cardiologist, he swapped them out for almonds and dried blueberries. 3 months later, his blood test showed improved HDL and lower triglycerides. It keeps me full, and I don't crash by noon anymore. He smiles. Skipping almonds may seem minor, but it can mean missing out on stable blood sugar, better cholesterol, and daily anti-inflammatory benefits. Plus, it's a habit that takes zero prep and pays dividends every day. Now that we've walked through all 8 heart-smart foods, from cleansing berries to nourishing oils, from leafy greens to crunchy nuts, it's time to put it all together. Let's move to the final part of our journey, a heartfelt reflection and a gentle call to action for your most important muscle, your heart. You've just discovered 8 foods that don't just fill your plate, they fill your life with strength, clarity, and protection. These aren't superfoods because they're trendy. They're powerful because they work. Quietly, steadily, they heal from within. Your heart has been with you every moment of your life, through every joy, loss, laugh, and tear. It has never taken a day off. Don't you think it's time you gave back? The truth is, heart health doesn't require perfection. It doesn't demand expensive treatments or extreme diets. It asks for consistency, kindness, and courage, one thoughtful meal at a time. Maybe today, you'll choose blueberries over cookies. Maybe you'll switch from butter to olive oil. Maybe you'll snack on almonds instead of chips. Every small shift is a powerful declaration: I'm choosing life. I'm choosing strength. I'm choosing more time with the people I love. Your future is not written in pills and procedures. It's shaped by what you do each day. Start with just one change. And if you found inspiration in this video, let us know in the comments. Which heart-healthy food will you try this week? Subscribe for more gentle, powerful ways to live longer and stronger. And don't miss our next video. Take care of your heart, because it's still taking care of you.